I know nothing about YouTube.
You know, it's scary. I think a lot of parents don't. And when you look at the statistics of like the platforms that kids use most often, it's 97% use YouTube. And then if you break it down, it's like, I think the use of other social media platforms goes up in like teen years or whatever.
Yeah.
But 97%.
This is where I get frustrated.
Don't even open that can of worms.
Like horrifying.
Horrifying. Not allowed to cry or have emotions in your house.
Like, do you really need to know what Zemoglophicolate is?
Oh, Jessica.
Everyone has a favorite. Everyone does. Lauren, Merry Christmas.
Merry
Santa
Christmas.
is my favorite.
I'm excited as well. Yeah, love Santa also. Sure.
Sounds convincing.
No, I do love Christmas. I just don't love it as much as
I
you.
know.
You get, like, really into it.
Real into it.
Which I'm happy for you about that.
Thank you.
Very
'Cause,
happy
you know, I
for
don't have, like, this excitement happens once
Right.
a
We
year.
just
I'm like
all
normally Daria.
Stop and pay attention.
Yeah,
because then
soak it up.
Gone.
It'll be
for
gone
365
December
days.
26th. Yeah. Okay. What's
You
that?
want to go first?
No, you're
right.
going. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I'm going to give you this present.
That's sweet.
And you need to read the note first. And yes, I did wrap that myself.
My gosh, so
that's
much
right.
thought.
I duct taped that ribbon right on.
Dear, I can't even like read. My dearest Jessica, this Christmas, I wanted to give you a present with a big ass red bow on it because you mean so much to me, sweet. To show my love for you, I went to Joann's. I love Joann's last night and bought you the ugliest fucking ornaments they had. Listen, they bought. I even suffered through listening to the checkout lady say how cute they were and how she had bought most of them last year for her Xmas tree, and I had to try real hard to not bust out laughing. I didn't waste tissue paper on these little pieces of shit. Sorry, you better have them hanging on your tree when I come to your Xmas party next month. Yours truly, Lauren. I have a discount at Joann's.
Oh, well, I wish I would have known that because I paid $50 for that shit.
No, you did.
Yeah, I did. Jessica, that's how
Lauren.
much I love you. Go ahead. Go ahead. I picked each one out,
Oh my God, wait, I like some of these.
and they're beautiful.
Oh. God, what if someone broke?
Yeah, I know.
Bad boy Blitzen. He cute. He bad. Mm-hmm. My God, these need a break.
There was a lot of ugly options, let me tell you. I mean, how awesome is that?
He's gonna like go on a little shelf, you know? You know my theme this year is like rustic, like, you know, whatever.
Perfect.
Woodsy.
Perfect. Okay.
A calculator. I'm bad at
I love
math.
it. It's so useful, you know?
Yeah. Bad at math. Monroe's gonna love this.
I know. That was at the checkout counter.
Yeah,
Couldn't
she cute.
resist it.
She cute.
Could not resist.
She matches your dress too.
Thank you.
And she's holiday themed. Okay, this is cute. Oh, just kidding.
Yeah. No, none of them are cute. But that's
Okay,
the one.
but like,
the checkout girl was like, "Oh, this one is my favorite." I was
So-
like, "Oh, me too."
like if this was stuffed and didn't have the seeing eye, whatever the fuck. But she'll go somewhere.
yeah. Oh, for sure.
More shrooms.
They had a lot of mushrooms.
Yeah. I may paint some of
Weird.
these.
Mushrooms. Ornaments.
Oh,
It's fine.
bad bear. What is pagan? Like, what is,
I don't
does
fucking
anyone know?
I don't know.
Doesn't that mean, it's like a, it means something.
It does. Don't know what it is though.
Cute.
It's beautiful, huh? It's beautiful.
These are going to make great stocking stuffers
I
for other
know.
people.
Yes, absolutely.
Okay. Thank you, Lauren. That means so much to me.
Of course, of course.
Let me just pick up Bad Boy.
That's from my heart to yours.
Yeah.
Actually, there's a little tag. You missed the tag. I wrote a little something on there for you too. That was in the car on the way here.
One bitch to another. That is from the heart, if I've ever seen it. Okay. I'm ready.
Do I get a present?
Yeah. Jesus.
Like,
Someone,
where's my present?
it's coming
Okay.
in just a second.
Oh, okay. Are you gonna try to make me cry with music?
No. Well, now that I know that you don't cry with music, I'm not trying to make you cry. Now it's just going to be sentimental.
Okay.
And like, I was going to get you like something like whatever, but I ran out of time. So we'll just wait.
So you're giving me like a sweet present?
Yeah. A what?
Like a
A sweet-
nice present?
Yep.
Oh, oops. Is this like a song from
No, I didn't write you
singing
a
to
song,
me?
you fucking weirdo.
Oh my God. Do I read this?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh my God.
All right. Reminder to me to play a real emo
that
Dave Matthews
was
Band song.
I forgot
Okay.
that. Wait, sorry. Yeah, that was my reminder.
Merry Christmas, my sweet guardian angel. Let's see what's inside. Don't ruin my beautiful gift bag with the bow taped on it. World's best, Lauren to Jessica.
What?
I don't know. Okay. Lala. Wait, how'd you know that people call me that?
I don't.
That's my aunt name. That's what my nieces and nephews call me, Lala.
That's sweet.
Yep. We were supposed to get gifts. Whoopsie. Well, some people remembered.
Yeah, sure.
Avi forgot. So I'm going to do an emotional card note. Oh, you're being sweet and I was being a bitch. Okay, to let you know how important you are to me. Oh, geez, Jessica. I don't
Turn
believe
that
in
shit
much. I do believe in karma. I thought you were about to say like, and it's coming back to you, bitch. No. I believe that you were sent to me for a reason. Oh, that reason being that the universe knows what I do, knows who you are, and needed a reason for us to encounter. You know, reason for services at the time. Oh, yeah. Ha. I truly think it was something greater than us with greater plans that brought us together. I'm beyond thankful for your sisterly spirit, nurturing existence, and unconditional love and dedication to our friendship. Fuck the podcast.
Sorry.
What she meant is I love the podcast.
No, I meant fuck the pod. Just keep reading.
Okay, you're with me. Oh, got it. Okay.
You really know how to
You're with
butcher
me
a
for
love
life,
note.
whether or
Fucking
not you like
A.
it. You are loving, beautiful, a model for what is right. You brought and continue to bring so much to my life. You came to me for a reason. The reason is so multifaceted and continues to. Sorry, I'm reading over pictures of dogs, so it's like a little challenging. And continues to become more beautiful and more intricate. I feel so blessed to have you in my life. So grateful. What a light you are. Avi, I transformed this card into something else. LOL. The sentiment is profound, something ingrained in me. Love you always and forever. XOXO. Gossip girl.
Yeah.
Wow, Jessica.
Yeah.
Now I feel bad. Now I feel bad.
I don't know why.
You know, you really took that mission to heart. That assignment.
I didn't go get anything, so I didn't know what else to do. I guess I could have done the Groupon thing, but I thought about it too late.
Well, thank you.
Yeah,
That
also,
was
like,
super
don't be a
sweet.
bitch. I wrote you a nice note and just say thank you.
Okay, thank you for the note.
Yeah.
I love it. It's super
Never
sweet.
writing you one again.
Okay. Sorry, I'm
Let's
just awkward
move
with
on.
emotional moments. It makes me uncomfortable.
Well,
but it's
I guess
very
this
sweet.
is making...
It's
I-
really sweet.
God.
It is. I like how
I know
vulnerable
it.
you
No,
were with me
I'm
just now.
well aware that it's sweet. I'm well aware that is, like, so nice. You're just like...
Worst
you don't know-
person to receive it.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
I don't care.
I love it. It's super sweet. And next time I will write you a really nice
Please
letter.
fucking don't. Please fucking don't write me anything ever.
That
has a
really
feeling.
Sweet. That was very sweet, Jessica.
I know.
Thank you. Were you
don't
trying to make me cry? Is that your goal?
I thought this would do it. I thought like that plus like a
that's what
song.
the sweet music
yeah,
was on.
that's why I was
Oh,
like, what
okay,
song?
well,
will, I was like, maybe
That was
like
a valiant effort. That was a
I
valiant
thought
effort.
so.
Y'all, I'm like a hard
know.
nut to crack.
And then I was like,
Unless it's like a diaper commercial,
I know.
then I'll cry in
no, but
2
what
seconds.
what I was, because you said all that shit, and I was like, God, if I would have known this a day before,
Yeah.
I would have put that song with like a 60-second clip of like your
Yes.
kids.
Yep.
Like
That's it.
growing
That's all
up.
it
And I was
takes.
like, fuck,
That's all it
I don't have
takes.
time, but there is future times.
Yeah. Well, that was fun.
That was fun. Okay. I know, like, we have very different, like, you had 3 channels.
Correct.
Yeah. And I had all of them. And TV was, like, my respite.
Right.
Like, it was, I don't know, another, like, a way to, like, detach from the, like, chaotic
Yeah.
reality of, like, my family into, like I love Nick at Night. And so I watched, like, I Love Lucy, Bewitched, and I also watched, like, Saved by the Bell and all that stuff.
Yeah.
But, like, I watched a lot of TV.
Yeah. I mean, I had, like, just to clarify, we only had, like, the TV was only, you know, PBS, CBS, NBC, whatever. But we had VHS. So I had several movies that I could watch. But it just,
Did you go to
we had to
Blockbuster?
watch.
Were you allowed
No,
to do
not
that?
when we were little. No.
When did
Like,
you
I
get
think we
on?
just had, like, a selection of 5 movies. And, like, that's what we watched on repeat. It was, like, Little Mermaid, Pippi Longstocking,
Remember Pollyanna?
No.
Oh.
Cinderella, Beauty and the Beast, and maybe like one other. And
Anne
like,
of Green Gables, anyone? No?
no.
All right.
No, nope.
It's real good.
But I did watch a lot of Pippi.
When was the first time you went to Blockbuster?
I don't know. Like maybe middle school? Maybe lower school. My parents are going to listen to this, and they're always like, my sister and I have very different memories of our childhood than my parents do. Like, we'll say stuff, and my parents are like, that's not true. And we're like, well, then how do we remember that separately exactly the same? You know, like,
This is like G-rated
going
shit. I like call my mom out for like ripping cigs while like someone breaks an arm on the trampoline.
No. I don't mean just about Blockbuster.
Oh,
like
just
we,
anything.
you know, like we told a story about how my parents gave us coal and potatoes for Christmas one year, which
Did they?
legit happened. Yeah.
do you mean?
They put fucking coal and potatoes under our tree because we were like bad or something.
Oh, I mean,
And they
I'm all for a
threatened it,
follow
and then they
through.
followed through on the
I
threat.
mean, I'm all for a
and
follow
like
through.
they did like get us like one present each after that. But it was like, you know, they had to like
Was it
follow
a
through.
gift card to Blockbuster?
No, I don't remember. But my parents, like, to this day are like, that did not happen. And we're like, it fucking happened. I remember it. Like, I remember getting cold and potatoes. And I probably deserved it.
I thought you said cold potatoes. I was
Cold,
like, was there an ice pack?
COAL.
Yeah, was it
and
like
potatoes?
grill coal?
I think. I don't really remember. I just remember, like, being like, holy shit, they meant it.
Yeah.
Damn.
All right,
It really
so
was that bad. Anyway.
yeah, okay. So no TV, not a lot of TV.
Right. Not a lot of TV. We did watch movies, but it was like the same thing over and over again,
Yeah.
like limited selection. But also, okay, but here's the other thing, Jessica. Like, you watching
Government
TV a lot as a kid in the late 80s and early 90s, right, is very different than what kids are watching now.
No, for sure.
Like, now, you know, like a kid watching 500 20-second YouTube clips back to back to back to back to back is very different than watching I Love Lucy.
Or even like the
Right.
8-minute, you know, we've talked about this, like on
Yeah.
the Disney app, there's like the like Cars or some of those other Frozen whatever have
Yeah.
like 5-minute like shorts.
Yeah, yeah.
And it's like 15 of them.
Which I can't
I hate 'em.
stand. Like, I always accidentally will pick those on RTV. Like, I'll accidentally pick a short movie. And if it's less than like 30 minutes, I'm like, nope, we're not watching it. Mm-mm.
Yeah,
Nope,
correct.
turn it off.
Yep.
Because it's like, I don't need your attention span to be 4 seconds.
Also, like, I don't want to have to keep, like, not,
Yeah.
that's not the main reason, but, like, I don't want to have to keep coming up and, like,
Yeah.
whatever I'm doing to come switch it every 5 minutes. But
So, this actually kind of leads into, I went last night. I went to
Joanne's.
an event after Joanne's. I went to Joanne's first.
Did
I
you
had
get fabric to make your
prioritize.
dress for
I
the
had to
event?
prioritize. No, I'm not a trad wife.
Yeah.
So I went to an event for an organization called MAMA, which is like Mothers Against Media Addiction. And it's a it's like hopefully going to be a national organization. Right now they only I think they have chapters in like 14 states.
That's
like
a lot.
20. Yeah, like 14 states and like 20 cities. So it's like 20 total chapters.
I have a quick question. Is
yeah.
it, like, in the same region or is it?
No.
Oh, interesting.
No, because
Okay.
the woman who founded it is a New York Times reporter.
Oh, okay.
So she's like up in the Northeast.
Yeah.
And so she was there.
That's
She
cool.
came. And then there's also an NBC correspondent who used to live, she's British. She used to like be the London correspondent and now she lives in New Orleans.
Oh.
And so she was there.
Cool.
And I guess she's big into it, whatever. But they were talking about YouTube there, which we're about to get dark. So forewarning here.
It's not, well, I don't care. Go ahead. I don't know.
It is.
It's dark.
So they were talking about how, because they had this like couple come and talk who's from Louisiana and their daughter committed suicide. And when they found her, her phone was like at her feet and they were able to go through it. And like she had been watching videos on YouTube.
How to do it.
How to hang yourself. And this was 4 years ago. And these parents, these like sweet parents have been like, I mean, advocating their asses off, like going to Congress, going to the White House, all this stuff to like get this video off of YouTube, and it is still up. And they said
How does that
in the
get-
last year, I think they said like 12 million videos of self-harm were taken off of, I can't remember if it was YouTube or Instagram, I can't remember. but how there's still like such a massive number of videos like this. And, the way these algorithms are set up, like if you watch one,
Yeah.
it feeds you more of that. And so it's feeding it to these like, preteens, early teens who don't have like the frontal lobe to be able to like step back and say, oh shit, like this isn't normal. Like I shouldn't be looking at this stuff. I need to go ask for help or whatever,
Or if they unfortunately, like that case, are learning and like want to learn, it's just it's too easily accessible.
Yeah. It's super scary. And so they were talking about like policy changes that they're trying to make. And there's this bill that it passed through the Senate and the House, but now it has to go to like state Congress, each state. The COSA bill, which is like Children something Internet Safety Act, whatever.
Yeah.
And our representatives in Louisiana are fighting it.
Oh, great. Oh, bad. Like fighting it in a
fighting
good
against it. No, fighting against
not,
it.
So
to
it
not
does,
pass an Internet Safety Act for children.
Why, do you think?
Because they're like, oh, it's censorship or something. And it's like, what the fuck? Like, what in the actual F?
Like taking away like freedom of speech?
Yeah. But also they were talking about like Meta. So that's like what owns Facebook, Instagram, and something else. Meta. That's like a company that
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
They own Facebook and Instagram and like
and
a few
X?
other platforms. No, they don't own X. And Meta spent like 15, I can't remember, it was million or billion to squash this bill.
Well, yeah. That makes sense to me.
But it's like, what? I don't know. It's so messed up.
Yeah.
So.
Sure is.
But you're like, yeah, they're dirtbags.
Yeah.
Duh. But yeah, like I think now people are starting to become aware that like, oh, YouTube's pretty bad. Like you can get exposed to a lot of bad shit on YouTube, you know? But like I feel like so I've been doing these talks at schools and businesses for the past 2.5 years now, almost 3 years now, about smartphones, social media, YouTube, all this stuff. And I do it with someone who has worked in social media like since its inception. So she has seen like the whole evolution of like when Facebook first came out and like, the whole thing. And when we started these talks, like people would just be like deer in headlights. Like they were just like, what are you talking about? Like, and they would leave, and I think that they would just like kind of be like, whoa, and then like go back to their normal life, Like they were just like, that's like really scary. They thought it was like fear mongering. Now, almost 3 years later, I feel like people are finally like waking up and okay, this is a real problem. And now everybody's read Anxious Generation, and they like kind of know.
I mean,
what's
everybody
going
hasn't
on.
read
A lot of
Anxious.
people. A lot of people have read it. A lot of people have read it.
Oh, okay.
Or have like heard Jonathan Haidt talk and.
I think you think a lot more people have read it than they have. Not one of my clients has read it.
Well, they should.
Yeah, not saying they should not. I'm just saying I would say most people are not informed.
A lot
in America.
of schools, like I know the school where my kids go, they made all the teachers read it.
That's a private school.
Yeah, I know. And then the school where we're talking at next week, they made, I think they had all the parents read it.
How do they know, like, do they like give them a quiz after?
No,
but like,
I think
how
it's
do
like
they
an
know?
honor code. It's like they're encouraging everyone to read it. Whatever. But in general, I think that there's more like awareness of this now, and it's not as like deer in headlights situation. But still, like a lot of people just don't even think about YouTube. They're kind of thinking about like Instagram and
I mean,
TikTok.
I've never had a relationship with YouTube. I don't understand it. I don't even understand why we're on it. TBH, I don't understand. Like, cause I don't get the world of it. Call out Rick, loves it. Like whenever he gets obsessed with something, like a car or golf. Like, I mean, it's scroll or whatever it is. But I know nothing about YouTube.
Well,
Nothing.
okay, and it's scary. I think a lot of parents don't. And when you look at the statistics of like the platforms that kids use most often, it's like 70% of kids use. No, actually, no, wait. That's a different age group. I think 97% use YouTube of all age groups.
Like what to what? Or like to 18? Wait, you mean?
Yeah, so if you look at like all age groups under 18, I think it's 97%
Oh.
use YouTube. And then if you break it down, it's like, I think the use of other social media platforms goes up in like
As
teen
age.
years or whatever.
Yeah.
But 97%.
I mean, I believe it. I don't understand it. And because I don't understand it or know anything about it, like, I'm not, like, my kids have never watched YouTube.
Yeah.
Because I don't know it.
Right.
Yeah, so I don't know. But that's, I mean, distressing, that number.
Well, and I think that there's ways I think that it can be used as a tool in a, like, I'm not even going to say a good way, but like a
Liar.
okay
Me, liar,
way.
not you. Go ahead. Just so I can remember. Go ahead.
You know, like my oldest child is obsessed with making paper airplanes. Like he's like a paper airplane master.
Yeah.
He's really good. And he has watched some videos to like learn new paper airplanes he could make, and then he just like keeps doing it and he gives them to his friends and stuff.
Cute.
So like with that, I feel like that's kind of cool. Like that's a cool way to use it. But it's when they have unrestrained access and they can, without supervision, that it can get totally out of control.
Yeah. I mean, like, I'm a liar. I've used it. I forgot. Sorry. I've used, like, I used it when my kids were younger for super simple songs. Oh, I can't say that without a lip. Super simple songs.
Good job.
Like the little, it's
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
Sesame Streety, puppety thing. It's fucking weird, but appropriate.
Yeah.
And then I think I've used it, I've used it for, we're going on a bear hunt. Oh, I love that song. And then Tootie Ta, because it's fun. But those are the only three.
Yeah.
But you said something else. Oh, the airplanes. I have okay, so he watches it to continue his journey on his paper
to
airplane.
like learn a new one to make.
Yeah. Does he need YouTube, or can he like what would happen if, and I'm not saying do it, but what would happen if he had to figure out how to make different things like on his own without watching someone?
He does. Yeah, like he'll make his own little versions of it. I mean, when I say he watches it, like we might do this 4 times a year.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
You know, like this isn't
Got
like
it.
a daily activity.
Yeah.
It's like on a rare occasion, if he's like, I want to learn how to make a new airplane, I'll let him watch one video, make it, and then just go replicate it.
Oh, okay,
you know?
yeah. Cool.
Yeah.
All right. So I didn't know this answer. Do you know how much TV or like YouTube or apps or whatever that, I guess you just said it, 97%?
97% use YouTube.
Use YouTube. Do
Yeah.
you know like TV? Like any other stuff? 'Cause I don't.
So TV, like traditional TV, has gone way down in popularity, obviously, because now most of them are watching YouTube or they're
Watching on an
streaming
iPad.
or on an iPad.
What about computer?
What about
Like,
it?
so, and this just popped in my head because I have a client who like is like coding. I still don't understand like what the fuck that is. I know it's like computery, but I think
Yes, it is computery. Yes.
great. And so there are people who like to be on the computer.
Yeah.
Like, is that considered like in the same like
Depends
camp?
on what you're doing. So what we have found. Okay, so let me back up.
Okay.
You know how like decades ago there were the American Academy of Pediatrics recommendations about screen time, right, for kids.
Yup.
Okay. You know this, like 2 hours. Everybody knows the 2 hour rule, right? You know
I
it.
didn't,
Just say
but go
yes.
ahead.
Just say yes. Yes, Lauren, I know what you're talking about.
No,
Okay.
I don't, but that's
Yes.
okay.
There was like this recommendation that came out in, I want to say, early 2000s.
Okay.
I'm guessing here. And it was like the 2 hour or less per day total screen time, okay, that kids should have.
And
They
this
should have
was
2
like
hours or
back
less per
when.
day.
Is this with like any?
So
Okay.
that has been the recommendation up until like right now.
Oh, okay.
But that was all based off of research that was done in the 90s and before on TV when there were no portable electronic devices, there were no smartphones, nothing.
Not even maybe a computer, but not like really.
Not much.
Yeah.
I mean, most people didn't have a computer in their
No.
home at that point.
Yeah,
You know?
yeah.
And so now what they're finding is that content is extremely important. Like content of what you're watching is sometimes more important than the total time watched.
What about the device you watch it on?
And the device you watch it on is very important.
Wait,
so
content that you watch and the type of device you watch it on
right.
is more important. Could be more important than longevity of time.
Correct. So like 2 hours watching a movie on a TV is not the same as 2 hours on your iPad looking at YouTube videos. Right.
Okay, makes sense. Why?
Okay, because first of all, if you have a portable electronic device,
sorry, she ignored me.
It's not a shared experience. We've talked about that, right?
Yep.
So it's like an individual, selfish experience. You can change it, stop it, pause it, rewind it, fast forward it as many times as you want, okay? Which means that you do not have to sustain attention for any period of time. The videos that you're getting are usually designed in a way to suck you in and keep you watching, right? So it's going to be like bigger sound effects, faster movements, faster frame speed, shorter videos, right? So,
And then it also goes back to that algorithm, though. Like,
yes.
video B about a golf swing, like, gives information that, like, leaves you wondering. Like, I'm just putting myself as Rick. Leaves you wondering, and so then you, like, swipe or whatever, and then that next video may have the thing that you wanted to see in the video prior.
Right.
Okay.
So this is like the child's version of doom scrolling, you know? Where you're just like forever just like in this rabbit hole of videos. Versus like if you're just watching a 2-hour movie on the TV with your siblings, then it's a shared experience. You're having to sustain attention for 2 hours. You're having to follow a plot line, remember the characters. And
delayed gratification.
Right, delayed gratification. Yeah.
And like following the group plan. Like you can't like every decision isn't based on your need, it's the collective.
You have to decide
and
together.
Be flexible, yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's like one of the greatest battles at my house is when it's movie time. Yeah. It's deciding over they just
who wins normal. Or 1, 2 or 3.
The oldest one usually.
What's the choice? Or like what does that one wanna?
It depends. Usually he will just disagree with middle to disagree.
Just to be a
you know,
butthole,
like he'll just team up with the youngest one just to disagree with the middle.
Even if it's like unicorns and ponies?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh
yeah.
God.
He likes to relate.
Yeah,
you
zing.
know?
He likes to zing it out.
Yep. So so content is very important. Device watched is very important. And then you can like get down into even like when people are watching on different platforms, the actual platform is very important, you know, and what you're seeing on it, right? So like Instagram is going to have a more negative effect on girls than it is on boys, right? Research shows. Instagram has the greatest negative impact on girls. I think it's like 11 to 13
it's that comparing
or
yourself
13 to 15,
thing.
something like that. Yeah. Whereas like video games and probably YouTube are going to have a more negative impact on boys.
Yeah. Forgot about video games. Is that still a thing? Oh, it is.
Video games?
I don't know.
Well, because now it's
on the computer. That's right. That's another thing. I forgot.
Oh, that's like
that's another thing I don't
can
understand.
Of worms. That's like
my kids aren't doing that shit.
Yeah, and it's not only video games. It's like people watching a video of someone playing a video game.
Yeah.
That's like a whole
or building.
There's a whole app for that. I can't even remember what it's called.
Yeah.
But that's like a whole industry on its own.
Yeah.
It's bizarre to me.
It is bizarre. But it's like, why does it keep getting replicated? Why is it still on there? Why are there so many views?
Right. So that's a thing on YouTube too. You know, it's just like watching people do things. Watching the kid who's famous because he unwraps presents or he plays with toys, and now he's like a freaking multimillionaire because of his YouTube videos. And there's some fascination with just like watching someone do something.
Is that ASMR? Like, what's ASMR?
No.
Well, what does that stand for?
ASMR is just like little sounds that are supposed to be like soothing in a way, and it's like people talking at a certain tone.
Yeah, but like if maybe it's a neurodivergent kid where they need more of a sensory stimulation or something. I don't know. But there has to be a reason though.
There's some reason, but it's like very popular. This is a very popular thing, just watching people do things on YouTube.
I know. It's so there has to be
bizarre to me.
Yeah. Speaking of.
Wow. Ini apa ya, guys? Keren.
Here's one.
Wih, kok yang ini seperti kereta.
I can't hear it.
Wow. Yang ini apa guys?
So it's in a
Wih,
different language. Cool.
kepala lagi. Mantap.
What do you think he's talking about? The color?
Wow,
Periwinkle?
ini apa guys? Seperti hiu ya. Oke guys, yuk kita
What
cari
in the-
air ya untuk membersihkan.
What's the
bahan
title
kotor
say?
ini.
I can't read that far.
I can't read that far.
Is it in English?
guys.
Something
Something
dinosaur,
dinosaurs.
masterpiece dinosaurs?
Brontosaurus, Stegosaurus, Siren Head.
Wow. Wah, lihat guys.
Something
sudah copot.
Megalodon.
Wah.
Oh, well,
wah,
that's
ternyata
cool.
ini ada ikan hiu guys.
Ew.
Wait, how did we go from that?
Of
I
the
don't
great
know.
white shark.
I just get like uncomfortable.
Is it a solitary creature that
What? Like this?
I don't know.
Wah, yang ini besar
Next.
sekali guys.
Sorry.
So weird.
That poor fish, that is too small of a container.
I do
Oh,
like
it's a
the monkey,
monkey.
though. Monkeys are cute.
I do like that duck. You want to snuggle? Well, it's
No
because of the
way.
animals.
I mean,
It's
who
yeah,
doesn't
this
love
one
a
makes
monkey
sense.
doing people things?
Yeah,
though?
this
Like,
is- makes
that's
sense.
fucking cute.
Yeah. It's
Like,
it's a real life
this I could buy
cartoon.
into.
I understand this one at least.
Oh, that's
sweet.
really cute. Okay, I support.
I mean,
that's
those
one that I
animals are
support.
definitely abused, but
the weird dinosaur. Oh my
Oh,
God,
Kokomo.
Lillian loves this, and it's like, can't stand it.
yeah, this makes sense.
Coco Melon.
Yeah. I know why. You know why.
Yeah.
Yeah. What's this? Tried wife? I mean, I get this too. Pause and I'll tell you why. Okay. So those kids, you guess ages. I would say like 8 and 5.
No, that's not an 8-year-old.
7?
6 and 4.
6 and 4. Okay, 6 and 4. They said, I'm not a bit, what the 6-year-old, I guess,
Yeah.
said, I'm not a baby. And they were on like those little bouncy baby
Yeah.
things. And so, like, my 4-year-old is, I mean, you know, I'm big boy,
Yeah,
you know?
yeah.
And then these baby, big boy, whatever, become like grown up characters in a rock band. So, like, I kind of get why, like, a kid would be attracted to that. And the colors.
Oh yeah, we've seen this.
I don't know what this is.
We've
I mean,
seen this like not on YouTube because we don't watch YouTube, but we've seen it. We've seen this is a clip of like a whole
Yeah.
show. You know that we've seen like the whole show.
This makes sense to me too.
But I also when the few times that I've let Lillian watch shit like that, like I hate the animation so much.
Yeah, I
I
know.
hate it. I
Yeah,
hate
no.
like that fluid animation.
Yeah.
I do love Peppa Pig. Peppa's so good.
She and my,
Checking out what's inside the box. Wow, it looks like we have a lot of building to do. And this big place here looks like the base of the pool.
I just want to
So
know
this
who
is
are
just
these
putting
adults?
But
Like,
is this like a tutorial about how to put it together? It is.
Now let's set the base of the pool.
I mean, I don't know why he's talking like a pedophile, but it's just setting up a toy for Peppa.
And 2 big ones. And then let's
yeah, but like kids will watch this shit. You know, not to
Rick
set it
would
up,
have
just to
watched
watch
that
it. Just to watch it.
No, Mummy. That ride
yeah.
is much too scary for a kid like me.
I don't like
yeah,
that.
that's creepy.
pedophilia.
That's like really creepy to me.
yeah.
George, what are you doing?
George, boat?
George needs the boat for the big slide.
No, what a puss. Just go down the slide. See, now I'm like,
Okay.
I'm hooked already. I'm
Oh
on-
God, Blippi.
Oh, I hate Blippi so
jeez.
much.
Blippi.
Freaks me out. Nope, it's a wax figure.
But like,
Ew.
good for him. He has made so much money off of
I mean,
being
yes.
this stupid fucking character. I mean,
He's-
I
it's
would
like
say
Pee
good
Wee
on him.
Herman.
Good for you, Blippi. Good for
Yeah,
you.
I mean, you're making-
You figured out a way to make a
correct.
ton of money.
Yeah,
Um.
it's like Pee Wee
but-
Herman 2024.
Okay, so one thing I was gonna say. Well,
Oh, she's grabbing the mic. You saw that?
here we go.
Inside joke, y'all.
Like, if I could tell parents not to let their kids watch something, it would be fucking YouTube. Like,
Yeah,
just
I agree
don't
with
do
that.
it. Just like, don't open that can of worms.
Same.
Don't go there. Okay.
Yeah.
And also, if your kid is watching these videos of people doing things like kids watching videos of kids playing with toys, you have to remember like there's something called opportunity cost, right? So like by watching that, you are losing an opportunity to do something else, which is like play with the fucking toy yourself.
Come up with
You
a
play with a
character.
toy
Yeah.
and use your imagination.
So this is interesting. I've been practicing child-centered play therapy for like 15 years, okay?
Yeah.
And 15 years ago, the amount of kids that came into my office, like same age group that I see now,
Yeah.
that played with toys with an imagination
Yep.
and created their own like characters and narrative and made like just like very what's the word, not creative but like improvise.
Yeah.
What, like, oh, I don't have a dollhouse but I have blocks, so I'm gonna make a dollhouse.
Yeah.
I have two, and I have two right now. That 3 lied, but one of them's really young, that have actually grabbed figurines like dinosaurs, the dollhouse, the sand tray, and the whatever, and like came up with their own play narrative that was either like similar to the reason why they were there with me, or just like they were just fucking playing.
Yeah.
Out of 20.
Yep.
And the other ones are like, I want to draw art or whatever. Like I have a 3-year-old, loves art, loves paint. If whatever isn't exactly what she wants it to look like, it's in the trash. She starts over. And it's like, they don't know, everything has like a standard
Yeah.
now.
Yep.
They don't know how to just like play and create.
Yeah, well, and it's like they don't have the time
Yeah.
to get bored and
Yeah.
like try to entertain themselves and like
Yep.
think of something to do, you know?
Yes, and now that you say that, I like think of the school, like what schools do these kids go in? How structured is their day? Do they have any
Yeah.
opportunity to just like freely,
Yeah.
like, because I'm thinking of that one in particular, and
Yep.
I don't know that they have a ton of just like
Free
play
playtime.
Like,
Yeah.
I don't love a Montessori-based
Curriculum.
for everyone, and like the 2-3 age group. I think like they're just certain school systems that are like uber structured.
Yes.
And it just doesn't provide any opportunity
No.
to create or play or imagine. And then if they're booked after school every day with something,
Yeah.
they just don't know how.
Nope.
Yeah.
And then going home and watching an iPad.
Yeah.
Watching YouTube on the iPad all afternoon
Yeah.
until they go to bed.
Yeah. Okay. So like these videos though, all the 8 of them or whatever. So themes that I notice is like you've talked about this, like the vibrance of color.
Yep.
What I notice is like noise paired with motion, like that beep
Yep.
beep car, whatever. Because I'm assuming the rest of the clip is like 1 car, 2 car, 3 car, and so then it's like I want to finish
Yeah.
the procession, and then like
It's not a whole lot of talking.
no,
That's just sounds and
yeah, that's
You
right.
know?
It sounds or
mindless.
it's like weird. I wish we had like.
weird
Do we have any
pedophiles
more?
talking.
No, we don't have any more. That we
You know, you
haven't
need
seen?
to pull up some Ryan, whatever his name is, because Jessica doesn't know who he is.
Yeah, I don't think I do.
This is wild that this kid is like so successful.
What's inside here? Let's see. 3, 2, 1. Welcome
Oh.
to Ryan's Family Review.
Okay.
There, isn't that awesome?
Oh, spoiled.
Yeah.
So now there's an expectation that if I don't get 85 eggs, then I'm.
On just like a random Tuesday. That's
Yeah.
not even your birthday or Christmas. That's just like,
I mean,
it's crazy. But a lot of them are just like him opening up new toys and playing with them. And you're just like, why? It's like a whole video of him just playing with a toy. And you're just watching him play. It's bizarre to me. I mean, but he's like very famous and popular now.
I wonder
it's
who
crazy.
like what was the start? Like who started this? I don't even know. What is
Yeah.
this called? Like,
It's like voyeurism. I don't
no,
know, it's
not
weird.
actually what it's called. Like, what is this genre called?
I don't know.
It's like something has to be sensory related.
I guess. It's weird. It's a very bizarre thing. Okay.
All right, so we're going to wrap it up with
Yeah.
Lauren giving us, I guess, like maybe not a statistic because you can't pull it, but maybe you know it
Yeah.
on the back of your head.
Okay.
Long-term effects of YouTube, all these different platforms, devices,
Okay.
etc.
So
On
basically,
kids.
what I can tell you is what we know so far, which is the scary part is we really don't know.
Oh.
You know, that's the scary part. Okay. So there is there's this longitudinal study called the ABCD study. Okay, which they're doing at, I think it's like 20, 21 different sites across the United States. They started in 2015 with 9 to 10-year-old children, and then they're following them over the course of 10 years. So they finish
cool.
next year. Okay.
So like and also 25 is like when the brain stops developing, right?
They're
That would be-
following them from 9, 10 years old to 19, 20.
Oh,
years old.
okay.
Yeah, yeah.
confused.
So they finish in 2025. Is that where you heard me say 25?
I don't fucking know.
Anyway,
I don't know.
they have been measuring all kinds of things, like
Okay.
About physical health, about exercise, sleep, diet, and one of the big things is screen time and like types of screen time. Okay, video games, etc. And so even though they're not done with this study yet, they're starting to extract data from it. And it's fucking terrifying
What is
what
it?
they're getting. So what we know so far, kids who have what they call excessive screen use, which is 4 or more hours per day,
a
which is
lot.
like every fucking kid on the planet. Okay. Like when you look at the statistics of like, what is the average number
Actually-
of use per day? Like the majority of kids,
Yeah.
like from Common Sense Media statistics,
Yeah.
are over 4 hours a day.
That's
Okay,
a lot.
the majority. All
Yeah.
right. So, so what do they have higher rates of? Like every mental health issue: anxiety, depression, ADHD, suicidal thoughts, eating disorders, learning issues, obviously. Social interaction issues, social anxiety, lower self-esteem,
Like the
higher
whole
stress
DSM.
levels. Yeah, I mean, basically, they're fucked.
Yeah, and like okay, so this goes back to what you said, like an cost opportunity. What'd you say?
Opportunity cost.
As it relates to peer interaction,
Yep.
as it relates to, I mean, family, learning. I don't know, all
Free
that other
time,
stuff. Free time.
anything.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, like,
Makes
the
sense.
risk of every single mental health issue goes up. Learning issues, substance use.
Because you learn how to self-soothe from something external from an early
Yes.
age. And so when that doesn't provide you the same effects as it once did, then you're at higher risk to find something external, i.e. substances, to fulfill that need to feel soothed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, and then the part that we're
God.
only just
Did
now
Nick at Night do this to me?
peeling back the onion on is how it is actually rewiring the brain.
Yeah, we
which
talked about that.
to me is the scariest part.
Yeah,
because it's
but
like
it is.
we
Like, we know.
we're not going to know what that looks like for like 20, 30 more years, and now it's like
Hmm.
we've already done the damage. For the kids,
not
for the
mine.
kids. Well, I know that's what I was going to say.
Yeah.
For the kids who are
Like,
in
5 and below?
high school age, college, whatever,
now.
that have already been exposed to this, like at a very high frequency for their entire childhood, we've kind of done the damage. For the younger kids where the parents are not there yet, like they're the parents, like this is why I'm doing the talk. I'm like, wake the fuck up.
So give
like,
an A, like is there like an
preschool,
A-
if you have preschool, lower school age children, you have a chance to like
so like 10 and below.
reverse this trend. Yes.
Okay. 10 plus, 11 plus, like harder
Yeah.
to
Because you think
unlearn.
of like, what we call pruning in the brain, which is like the process where all of these neural networks are like rapidly making connections.
Yeah.
That significantly slows down around 11, 12 years old. And then like by the time you're an adult, it's like almost minuscule. So it's like you got to catch them
Early.
while they're pruning.
Yeah. Not to end on a sour note, but
Yeah.
Are we
Sorry.
ending?
Sorry to scare you. But
We're ending?
hopefully I did scare you.
bye.
Bye. Thanks for tuning in to this episode of the Little Brain Campaign.
Please like, subscribe, and follow.
See you next time.